U.S. fires fresh fusillade at China in South China Sea. The United States has kicked off the year with a bang by stepping up both its naval and diplomatic efforts to constrain China's maritime ambitions in the South China Sea. In a new 47-page research paper, the U.S. State Department called on Beijing to cease its unlawful and coercive activities in the South China Sea and decried the Asian powers' expansive claims in the area of gravely undermin, the rule of law in the oceans and numerous universally recognized provisions of international law reflected in the convention. The overall effect of these maritime claims is that the PRC, China, unlawfully claims sovereignty or some form of exclusive jurisdiction over most of the South China Sea, said the paper while reminding China of its obligations as a party to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. While the U.S. Senate, especially Republican members, has opposed ratification of the UNCLOS, the U.S. government and the Pentagon have observed its relevant provisions as a matter of customary international law. The U.S. State Department's detailed legal analysis is the third major document of its kind produced in the past decade, including an identically titled 2014 paper on China's vaguely defined 9-line claims to the sea, as well as a 2020 policy statement by former Secretary of State Michael Pompeo on the U.S. position on the rapidly evolving South China Sea disputes. The U.S. has backed up its latest legal critique with military muscle by recently deploying 2 naval attack groups led by the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson and the Wasp-class USS Essex to the region. It marked the third major naval deployment by the Pentagon throughout the pandemic, including 2 dual-carrier deployments from 2020 to 2021, as both superpowers up the ante in the high-stakes maritime disputes. While the U.S. remains technically neutral on the status of the disputed land territories in the maritime area, it has consistently opposed any excessive, unlawful claims and activities in the area by China and other claimant states. Drafted by the U.S. State Department's Bureau of Oceans and International Environmental and Scientific Affairs, Washington's latest legal analysis, entitled Limits in the Seas, zeroes in on China's claims and activities on 4 key fronts.